Good afternoon. So today we're going to learn some auxiliary verbs in Spanish with the basic sentence. It's really, really important that you first learn how to pronounce this without looking at it so that you pronounce it the way you hear it, not the way you see it. We can look at it later, but we want to hear it first. And secondly, we want to have a good rhythm, good pronunciation. So we want to hear how it's all said together in complete sentences. We want to make some memorization techniques to constantly be able to remember this. And we want to see how we can take one sentence structure and learn how to create new sentences without needing to use much grammar. So we're going to start out with the first word, which is quiero. So I want you to think about a key, because getting a key will get you in the door and it'll get you what you want. So when you think about I want in Spanish, start with the key. Then add the sound ero, and then you get quiero. Now, how do you say I want in Spanish? Quiero. So say I want again. Quiero. So the next word we're going to learn is comer. Comer means to eat. Now remember that the vowels are shorter in Spanish. Comer, we don't want to say like comer, just like my name in English is Tony, but in Spanish they say Tony. Tony. They make it shorter, so we want to say comer. Now let's put it together. Let's ask, what was that word to eat again? Well, the way I remember it is like come here to eat. When we say come here and we say it quickly in English, we sometimes say come here to eat. So what was the word for to eat? Comer. And what was that word I want? Quiero. Now say it together. I want to eat. Quiero comer. And which word is more important, I want or eat? Which one has more to do with the purpose of this sentence? That you want is not so important. It's to eat. That's the goal. So we're not going to say quiero comer. We're going to say quiero comer. So comer should be pronounced more strongly, more stressed than I want. So how do you say I want to eat? Quiero comer. Quiero comer. Now we're going to go to another word which means something. Algo. Again, we don't want to say all go. It doesn't sound like all go, like everybody go to get something to eat. But it's pronounced shorter. Algo. Quiero comer algo. I want to eat something. Now, how would I say I want to eat something in Spanish? Okay, let's say it together. Quiero comer algo. Quiero comer algo. Now notice in English you could say, I want to eat something, or I want to eat something. If I take a little pause and say, I want to eat something, that's whenever you go to the refrigerator, you're not sure what you're going to get. So your intonation will show that. Let's do that in Spanish. Quiero comer algo. Quiero comer algo. So, quiero comer algo versus quiero comer algo. It's just about whether you put a pause between comer and algo or not. So how do you say I want to eat something? Quiero comer algo. Now we're going to learn the word for now. Ahora. It's an A and an O. Ahora. It's spelled with an H, but we don't pronounce the H. It's silent in Spanish. A-O. Ahora means now. Make sure if you're American, you're not saying ahora, but ahora. Make sure we put ahora. Now, how would you want to say I want to eat something now? Try putting that all together. Good. Quiero comer algo ahora. Quiero comer algo ahora. And there's another word we can add, which is mismo. We want to know that ahora means hour. Ahora is like saying this hour. That's their way of saying now. In general translation, it means now, but in literal translation, it is this hour, ahora. And mismo means the same or itself. When they say this hour itself or this hour the same, that's how we say in English right now. But of course, there should be more like now right or now itself. Ahora mismo. And if we want to be demanding, we could say ahora mismo. Ahora mismo. Quiero comer algo ahora mismo. I want to eat something right now. Or we could be very sweet about it if we're kind of like begging. Quiero comer algo ahora mismo. So you could say something like, I'm hungry, I want to eat something right now. You know, sweetie, I'm hungry, I want to eat something. Ay, amor, tengo hambre. Quiero comer algo ahora mismo. But when you get frustrated, you can say, oh, for God's sake, I want to eat something right now. Por el amor de Dios, quiero comer algo ahora mismo. So we want to learn how to put the tone, and we'll work on that more later. But quiero comer algo ahora mismo. Quiero comer algo ahora mismo. Quiero comer algo ahora mismo, mala, mi amor. So you could do it like that. Now we're going to look at some other words. So let's look how we say that. Quiero comer algo ahora mismo. And you can practice that. But look at some of the other words that we have here. Necesito, I need. How would you say I need to eat something right now? Well, we're just going to change quiero por necesito. Necesito comer algo ahora mismo. How would you say I should? Debo. Debo comer algo ahora mismo. How would you say I have to? Tengo que. Tengo que comer algo ahora mismo. And if you want to say I can eat something, you'd say puedo comer algo ahora mismo. And if we change the intonation, we can make it a question like, can I eat something right now? ¿Puedo comer algo ahora mismo? Notice the difference. ¿Puedo comer algo ahora mismo? ¿Puedo comer algo ahora mismo? ¿Puedo comer algo ahora mismo? Let's go through these again. Quiero comer algo ahora mismo. Necesito comer algo ahora mismo. Debo comer algo ahora mismo. Tengo que comer algo ahora mismo. Puedo comer algo ahora mismo. And if we don't want to say algo, we could change it for something here in the bottom, like quiero comer pizza ahora mismo. Quiero comer una arepa ahora mismo, which is your Venezuelan food. Quiero comer una pupusa ahora mismo. That's your El Salvadorian food. Quiero comer una baleada ahora mismo, which I eat in Honduras. Quiero comer una hamburguesa ahora mismo. I guess you can guess what that means. That's right, hamburger. Quiero comer pizza ahora mismo. Some people don't pronounce the T, they say pizza instead of pizza. Now look at the time. If we don't want to say ahora mismo, we could say hoy, today. Quiero comer algo hoy. Quiero comer algo más tarde, which means later. If you look right here in this list, you can find más tarde. Quiero comer algo esta noche, tonight, esta noche. Quiero comer algo inmediatamente. Let's practice that. It's like immediately, but it's in with M. Inmediatamente. 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 Anytime you say mente, that's like ly. So if you say, for example, rapidamente, rapidly, básicamente, basically, inmediatamente. So how would I say, I want to eat something immediately? Quiero comer algo inmediatamente. I need to eat something immediately. Necesito comer algo inmediatamente. I have to eat something immediately. Tengo que comer algo inmediatamente. Vamos a hacer ahora mismo, inmediatamente. Or I can eat something immediately. Puedo comer algo inmediatamente. So these are some times, and you also have On here, todo el tiempo, all the time. I want to eat something all the time. Quiero comer algo todo el tiempo is also something we can say. Or mañana, tomorrow. Quiero comer algo mañana. Notice again this todo el tiempo. Todo is where we get the word in English total, which means all, and todo means all. When you get to total, you're getting all of it together. Todo. So let's just look at that again. How do you say I want to eat something right now? Quiero comer algo ahora mismo. You can change these words out. You can practice. You don't need a lot of grammar. You just need this framework. It's the best way to learn a language is with a framework rather than using grammar. Because most people, what they do is when they translate to learn another language, they just translate it directly into their own language. Like they'll say, in English, when you say, how old are you? You wouldn't want to say that in Spanish. Que viejo eres? You might get slapped. You don't ask someone how old you are, because I'm not old. In Spanish, they say, how many years do you have? ¿Cuántos años tienes? But in English, we'd say, doing what? So it's not good to learn words and use grammar to put them together, because you're going to put it together wrong. It's better to learn in frameworks or sentence stems. So when you got, I want to eat something right now, you can change I want for I need, I have to. You can change the time words. You can change something for pizza or pupusa or gordita or whatever type of food you want. Hope that helps. I'm going to send a lot more videos like this. Thanks.